Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing some overcast and misty conditions out there this morning at the moment, but we will see some sun start to peek out as we get later in the morning before we see some active weather move into the area as we get into the afternoon hours, as we have some showers, scattered showers and storms that will move through the area late this afternoon, and we could see some stronger storms embedded within there, as the Storm Prediction Center does have us under a slight risk for severe weather. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have a boundary just south of the area. Off to the northwest, we have a surface low and cold front. That is what's going to be moving through the area, where we'll see some scattered showers and storms out ahead of that. The system's being supported by an upper level trough that's digging down into the region, and that will help support some of that shower and storm activity. Current conditions, we have that overcast deck around 300 feet with some mist in the area. We have winds out of the south-southeast at 9 knots, temperature at 72 degrees, and our relative humidity is at 90%. If we look at the current local radar, we did have a few showers as well as some lightning move through the region, but well north of the local area this morning. Right now, no concerns on the radar at the moment. If we zoom out, take a look at the current visible satellite and composite radar, we can see those showers and storms associated out ahead of that boundary off to the north and west. That's what will be dropping through our region as we move into the afternoon hours. But right now, just seeing that low cloud over the local area, and again, expecting that to start to erode and move out of the area as we go over the next hour or two, where we'll see some partly cloudy conditions with some sunshine. That's going to help to destabilize the area along with those high dew points, and set up for good support for some showers and storms as they move through. If we look at the short-term high-res model, see how things play out today. Again, expecting those partly cloudy conditions. And then as we get into the afternoon hours, mainly after around 1300 local, we pick up our first chances, just mainly a slight chance after 13 local of seeing maybe a pop-up shower out ahead of this line. If we see that, that could help diminish some of the later showers and storms, but otherwise the better chance starts to move in as we get past the 1500 local time frame. As we approach 4 p.m. this afternoon is when we'll start to see those widely scattered showers and storms start to push through the area. Again, we could see some stronger storms embedded within this, with that slight risk of a severe storm from the Storm Prediction Center. The main threat will be some possibly isolated hail with some of these cells, but the main threat will be the stronger wind gusts associated with some of these stronger storms as it pushes through. And as we go into the evening, we should start to see this wrap up mainly after 20 local time frame, where we could see a few lingering showers or storms in the area, but all of that should be pushed well off the coast, with things starting to break as we get towards the midnight time frame and continuing into the overnight time frame. We look at the European model, see how the rest of the weekend looks after we get past the active weather today. We look to have a nice and seasonable weekend with dry conditions expected, with a mix of partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions. I do have a very slight chance of an isolated sprinkle, maybe light shower for Saturday afternoon, but that continues to look less and less likely with each model run we get, so not really expecting that, but some models indicating a little bit of moisture swinging around the low as it ejects off to the northeast. But overall, expecting a very nice weekend with nice conditions and seasonable temperatures to enjoy the weekend. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we do have that red risk for those reduced ceilings this morning. That again, that will start to taper down as we go through the morning hours as that clears out of here. Becoming partly cloudy, that will allow temperatures to rise to around 81 degrees. We'll keep a southerly wind, 8 to 13 knots, peaking out around 18 knots as we get into the afternoon hours. And then again, as we pass that 1300 time frame, we pick up about a 30% chance of seeing a light shower or storm in the area. And then as we pass the 1500 local time frame, we'll start to see those scattered showers and storms moving into the area, becoming likely with the best time period for the most widely scattered, or most coverage will be as we approach that 1600 to 2000 local period as we get into the evening. Then again, we'll start to see that taper off as we go into the overnight. So we pick up that orange risk as we go into the afternoon, and then for precip and lightning, we do have a yellow risk for the winds at or above 25 knots, with some of those storms producing some stronger gusts. And then as we go into the 16 to 20 local time frame, we have red risk for precip, orange for lightning, yellow once again for winds, and yellow for those reduced sealants and visibilities. And then going past that time frame, we drop down to a yellow risk for precip and lightning, as well as those reduced sealants. And as we go into the morning hours of Saturday, we'll see temperatures cool down to around 63 degrees. With that low level moisture and the cooling temperatures, that will allow some development, a chance for some developing mist and foggy conditions for the start of the day Saturday. So we keep that yellow risk for those reduced sealants and visibilities as we go through the AM hours of our Saturday. Right now, tides are running slightly above normal, and looking at the weekend forecast, we can see we have green conditions across the board for our weather risk for the weekend. We have partly cloudy conditions expected on Saturday. We'll see slightly breezy conditions, but expecting that to stay below the wind advisory criteria. Otherwise, we'll see seasonable temperatures with high around 80 degrees and a very slight chance of that isolated shower or sprinkle, but again, looking less likely as we approach that time period. As we go into Saturday evening, expecting mostly clear conditions with seasonable temperatures low around 62 degrees. And going into Sunday, a mostly sunny and seasonable day with a high around 80 degrees once again. Well, that wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.